So today we are going to be working on 7.1.5. What are the connections? Make sure that you set up your notebook. Make sure you write your learning target. And make sure you read the introduction. So please push pause now. So we're going to get started on 7-59. So please push pause so that you can read the problem. So for this problem, we are given a graph and we have to write the equation. It's going to be an exponential equation. So we are given the equation y equals a to the b to the power of x, where a is your starting value and b is going to be your multiplier. So it is really important that you guys, in the previous problems, you guys were given a table and you guys had to find the equation of the line given a table. So let's start off with that. So we know that this first point, the x is going to be 0 and our y value is going to be 5. In order to get the next value, I need to make sure that we need to add 1 to the x value. So that's going to be a 1. And for the y value, we're going to add 2. So that's going to give us a 7. So we know in order to get the starting value, we need to look at x equals 0. And our value is going to be 5. So a is equal to 5. So let's write our equation. And we just need to find our multiplier. So in the previous problems, you guys were able to find the multiplier by multiplying. In order to get the multiplier, you need to multiply downward. But if we don't know, we could do the inverse, which is division, which is what you did in the previous lesson. So we're going to take 7 divided by 5, and that's going to give us 1.4. So our multiplier is 1.4, and these are all going to be to the power of x. So pause the video, analyze the next problem, B, and set up your table. So let's get started with our table. And we know that our first point is going to be here. So our x value is going to be -1, and our y value is going to be 120. We also know our next value. So our x value is going to be 0, and our y value is going to be 40. So if we look at the previous problem, we know that we need to, in order to find a, we need to find x equals 0. And at x equals 0, our y value is going to be 40. So this is going to be your a. So let's plug it in. Now we need to find our multiplier. So we're going to be working on the same thing. So we're going to go backwards, do the inverse. So we're going to do 40 divided by 120. We're going to divide by 10. And that's going to give us 4 over 12. Divide by 4. That's going to give us 1 over 3. So we know that our multiplier is going to be 1 over 3. to the power of x. So now I want you guys to work on C, D, E, and F. So for this last portion, I want you to write a learning log in your notebook, and I want you to talk about your method for writing the equation given a graph.